Madam Vice Mayor, members of the City Council, thank you for your time and consideration tonight. My name is Carl Kemp, proud resident of the 7th District and representative of 4 really good collectives. I'd like to read to you a letter that I submitted and then make a few more points if I have time at the end. On November 16, 2010, the City Council made changes to the medical marijuana ordinance, which, among other things, changed boundaries that were previously voted into law by this council. With this, then, new law finally in place, my clients worked within the rules to establish their collectives. However, the most recent changes have inadvertently displaced several collectives that were previously approved through the application process. This letter is to respectfully request that those affected collectives be granted the ability to relocate within the new rules that you make tonight. In a letter submitted by Council members DeLong, Shipsky, and O'Donnell, proposing the amendments on November the 16th, it was recommended that 60 days be provided to those collectives that were affected by the new buffer zones. We can only assume that this element was included to address the displacement of these collectives and to offer a reasonable alternative for them to remain whole and capable of providing care to their patients. We know that a lot of consideration has gone into this ordinance, and my question would be, if it was good enough then, why isn't it good enough now? If the true concern was to allow folks to relocate after you change the rules, I ask what has changed in 1 month's time, outside of the fact that perhaps the ultimate ulterior motive is to reduce the total number, and if that's the case, well, that's fine. But if that's not the case, then go back to your proposed letter and give these folks a fair chance to relocate. I would also say that we talked about caps tonight. Councilmember Johnson spoke of caps. They were talked about at the very beginning, before you were a councilman, and they were thoroughly discussed for about 6 months. So a question as to whether or not we have an up or down vote or finally have this out in public is moot because we've had it. It's been blown and it's been saucered and blown. So my proposal is that we move forward with this ordinance, allow the policy and the folks, good staff who have put the logistics together to make this happen, the opportunity to try to make it happen. Instead of going backwards 1 year or 6 months and putting caps back in and then coming back 1 year later after the moratorium to see how things work, why not go with what you have? Allow the moratorium to sit in place. And if then, between now and then, we want to find some equitable way to reallocate collectives that have made it under the wire here, then let's do that then. I think what you'll find is that A, that is good policy, B, it is fair, and C, it will alleviate you from a lot of legitimate lawsuits. In summation, going back now and trying to do all the things that you're trying to do is equivalent to, as I said to some council members, me telling everybody today is Red Sweater Day, and then you come to work and I tell you, guess what? It's Blue Sweater Day. And if you don't take that sweater off, you can't be a council member anymore. But I don't give you a chance to go home and change sweaters. You have to let folks relocate if you change the rules on it. Thank you very much.